Afghan special forces were designed to create elite, homegrown commandos to fight the Taliban. They were trained by NATO countries, including Canada. But after Afghanistan fell in 2021, these highly skilled operators found themselves on Taliban kill lists, targeted for their extraordinary skills and their history of hunting top Taliban commanders. Now the former commander of Afghan special forces says Russia is trying to recruit his troops who fled to fight on another front line, the war in Ukraine.
I said, Ukraine and Russia is not your country.
Global News spoke to 3 ex-members of the Afghan special forces, including Lieutenant General Mohammad Farid Ahmadi. They allege Russia, through intermediaries in Iran, is trying to lure Afghans to the war in Ukraine.
They're receiving offers, and some of them already gone, and most of them rejected.
This recruitment letter circulating on social media promises a monthly salary of $1,500 US from the moment they enter Russia and a Russian Federation passport. It can be a hard offer to turn down for former Afghan Special Forces members living in Iran illegally, like this man. Global News is protecting his identity because of the threat of deportation. My friend, who is another former Special Forces member, went to fight for Russia 2 months ago. We haven't heard from him since. The situation is harsh in Iran, but if my family and I return to Afghanistan, we will be killed. That's why I'm considering fighting for Russia. So is another former Afghan Special Forces member who spoke to Global News and asked to remain anonymous. It's better to fight for Russia than let my family starve. With the conflict in Ukraine dragging into its 2nd year, Moscow is desperate for soldiers. The Kremlin is relying on mercenaries like the Wagner Group and releasing convicts to take up arms.
Right now, the popularity for the war is domestically is starting to decline.
A British intelligence report says Russian military recruiters are targeting Central Asian migrant workers in Russia to serve in Ukraine at mosques and immigration offices. The Ukrainian-Canadian Congress says it's another sign the Russian armed forces are running out of people willing to fight.
Russia is trying to exploit poverty in other parts of the world.
When asked by Global News about the allegations, the Russian embassy said it had no information on this topic. The former Afghan Special Forces members we spoke to say they don't want to fight for Russian forces, but say they feel abandoned by Western governments, including Canada. The Canadian government will not allow Afghan Special Forces to come here as part of Ottawa's refugee pledge. So the former soldiers are running out of options. Touria, Izri, Global News, Ottawa.